Nigeria under President Bola Tinubu has embarked on a bold journey of economic transformation. This journey is not just about numbers and policies, but about reshaping the very fabric of the nation's economy. Tinubu, a seasoned politician with decades of experience, wasted no time in tackling the country's economic challenges head-on. His proactive approach has been both praised and criticized, but it undeniably marks a significant shift in Nigeria's economic strategy. His administration unveiled sweeping reforms aimed at revitalizing the Nigerian economy. These reforms are designed to address long-standing issues and create a more sustainable economic environment. At the heart of Tinubu's agenda lies a commitment to fiscal responsibility and market-driven policies. This includes reducing the fiscal deficit and promoting private sector growth. For years, Nigeria's economy has been plagued by inefficiencies and a lack of transparency. These issues have hindered growth and development, affecting the lives of millions of Nigerians. Tinubu's reforms aim to introduce greater accountability and reduce government intervention. By doing so, he hopes to create a more transparent and efficient economic system. The removal of fuel subsidies was a bold move that sent shockwaves through the country. This decision, while controversial, is seen as a necessary step to reduce fiscal burden and redirect funds to more critical areas. While it led to increased fuel prices, the government argues it will free up resources for critical sectors such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure. These sectors are vital for the long-term development of the nation. Another key pillar is allowing the Naira to float freely against foreign currencies. This move is intended to stabilize the currency and make it more competitive on the global market. By allowing the Naira to find its true market value, the government hopes to attract foreign investment. Increased foreign investment is crucial for economic growth and job creation. The world is watching closely, eager to see whether Tinubu's bold vision for Nigeria will materialize. The success of these reforms could set a precedent for other nations facing similar challenges, making Nigeria a potential model for economic transformation. The immediate impact of Tinubu's economic reforms has been felt acutely by ordinary Nigerians. The removal of fuel subsidies has led to a sharp increase in transportation costs, affecting prices of goods and services. Food prices have skyrocketed, putting a strain on household budgets. The floating of the Naira has contributed to inflationary pressures, making imported goods more expensive. The combined effect has led to a decline in purchasing power, eroding the value of wages and savings. The government faces the daunting task of managing public expectations and mitigating the negative impacts on the most vulnerable. The World Bank has pledged its support for Nigeria's economic reforms, recognizing the country's potential. The bank has committed a $2.25 billion loan to support Nigeria's economic recovery efforts. This funding will provide budgetary support, strengthen social safety nets, and implement key development projects. The World Bank is also providing technical expertise and policy advice to the Nigerian government. Critics argue that the bank's involvement comes with conditions that can be controversial. Despite these concerns, the World Bank's support remains crucial for Nigeria's economic recovery. The success of this partnership will depend on both parties' commitment to transparency and accountability. Economists and policy experts are closely watching Nigeria's ongoing economic transformation with keen interest. While there is consensus that the reforms are necessary, opinions differ significantly on the pace and sequencing of these changes. Some experts express cautious optimism, acknowledging the potential for these reforms to unlock Nigeria's vast economic potential and drive growth. Others are more skeptical, questioning the government's capacity to implement such ambitious reforms effectively and sustainably. The International Monetary Fund has urged the Nigerian government to mitigate the impact on the poor and vulnerable populations. The coming months and years will be critical in determining the trajectory of Nigeria's economic recovery and overall stability. Attracting foreign investment is a key pillar of President Tinubu's economic strategy. His administration is keen on creating a more favorable business environment to lure investors from around the globe. The reforms, particularly the removal of fuel subsidies and the floating of the Naira, are seen as positive steps. These measures aim to stabilize the economy and make it more competitive on the global stage. The initial response from the international business community has been cautiously optimistic. Investors are watching closely to see how these reforms will unfold and impact the business climate. However, significant challenges remain, including corruption, bureaucratic bottlenecks, and security concerns. These issues have historically deterred foreign investment and need to be addressed comprehensively. The government has taken steps to address these issues, such as establishing investment promotion agencies. These agencies are tasked with streamlining processes and providing support to potential investors. More needs to be done to build trust and confidence in the Nigerian economy. Transparency and consistent policy implementation will be crucial in this regard. The government's ability to attract significant foreign investment will be a key determinant of the success of its economic reforms. Building a robust infrastructure and ensuring a stable political environment will also play vital roles in this endeavor. The mood on the streets of Nigeria is a mix of cautious hope and simmering frustration. The rising cost of living, particularly the sharp increase in fuel and food prices, has put a strain on household budgets. Public transportation has been hit hard by the fuel price hikes, forcing commuters to pay exorbitant fares. Protests and demonstrations against the rising cost of living have erupted in various parts of the country. The government faces the challenge of maintaining social stability while navigating these turbulent economic waters. Addressing these concerns will be crucial for the Tinubu administration. Nigeria stands at a pivotal moment in its history, a crossroads where decisions made today will shape the nation's future for generations to come. The economic reforms implemented by President Bola Tinubu represent a bold gamble aiming to revitalize the economy and create sustainable growth. A successful economic transformation could unleash Nigeria's vast potential, turning it into a powerhouse of innovation, agriculture, and industry. Failure, however, could have dire consequences, exacerbating existing inequalities and fueling social unrest, leading to a more divided society. The road ahead will be fraught with challenges including corruption and insecurity, which have long plagued the nation. The international community has a crucial role to play in supporting Nigeria's economic transformation, offering aid, investment, and diplomatic support. However, it is ultimately up to the Nigerian government and its people to determine the country's destiny through collective effort and resilience. The world is watching with a mix of hope and apprehension as Nigeria embarks on this uncertain but potentially transformative journey, holding its breath for what comes next. We want to hear from you. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments, but let's keep the discussion respectful. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more nuanced discussions.